Just Buggin.
Hey guys, it's Dalton. So today we're digging into the Just Buggin Archives and taking it back to the end of November of 2020, where a yellow 1966 VW Dune Buggy came into the shop. Now before that vehicle arrived, Sandy, the owner, brought 3 different motors that he wasn't sure what the status of them was. So G-Man and Rick broke down the 3 motors. They determined that one of them was suitable for a refresh, so they put that motor back together. Afterwards, Sandy picked it up to take it home to install it in his Dune Buggy. After installing the motor in his Dune Buggy, he decided he wanted to do some more things to his Dune Buggy, so he brought the Dune Buggy over to the Just Buggin Shop. So yeah guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if so, of course, hit that subscribe button. Now on with the video.
Hey guys, so we've been given 3 motors. The first one had a hole in the case. The second one ate up the case and dowel pins were all wallowed out and you could just pick them out with a magnet. And the third one's a charm, I guess. Apparently it was recently rebuilt. Looks like it possibly just went through the breakthrough and got set on a shelf. It's got good in play in it, and I think he's got a winner chicken dinner here.
Winner chicken dinner. Yes.
Except for this lightweight flywheel needs to come off and put a stock flywheel on it, and we're gonna get it all put back together, do push rod tubes and grommets, and get this motor all cleaned up. And so this one is going to be a refresh. To get painted yellow to match his Dune Buggy, and then I've got the transmission to refresh, the swing axle, get that with all new gaskets and seals in it and everything, and boots, and fresh gear oil, and painted, and Sandy can be on his way and put his Dune Buggy back on the road. Good to hear. 1 out of 3 ain't bad. Seems pretty good. Hey guys, this is the motor and tranny that our friend Sandy brought here. It's for his Dune Buggy. We'll get to see more of it. The vehicle didn't come here. So we went through 3 motors until we found one good one. And this exhaust is temporary. He has already ordered some nice exhaust for it. And you see it's got the dual carb set up with 34 on each side and runs great. Filling up the refresh tranny and for him to come and pick it up. So we're done with this one. That's a sturdy door there. If you ever need paint, then take this with you, and there's a little in there to touch up.
Okay.
If you scratch something, and then that's the code if you ever need it.
Gotcha.
And here is your receipt for your fuel pump that he put on. And there's the throwout bearing to make sure you have the right one. What do you think? We should go with this first?
I'd say we put the engine in first.
Okay. That'll work right there. Perfect. This is just mounted here now, and you can mount it on somewhere on the Dune Buggy you can mount, but it does fine right there. See, normally they go here, but you can't do it with the rod there. So she's full of gear oil. There it goes.
Get the trailer shot.
Getting the trailer shot.
Many months later.
Guys, got another Dune Buggy here. It's a Butte. Customer brought in like 3 motors trying to find one that was good, and pass in play and compression. And then we needed to refresh the transmission, and then he took all this home and realized that it was parts from various vehicles. The tranny had to be clearance for a 12-volt flywheel. So he brought it back here. We did that and installed the motor. He was complaining before about it popping out of first and 3rd gear, both forward of the H pattern, but it would get 3rd and 4th just fine in reverse. Well, we started trying to get the adjustment and noticed that the ball in the cup goes underneath the back edge of the tunnel and gets trapped there, and it still doesn't go all the way fully into first. And we couldn't figure out why. The coupler was still good. So we had to grind out this side of the hole and then reposition the hole on the shaft to where the grub screw goes in and locks into it. Because for some reason, this is slightly like 1/2 inch too short, huh, Rick?
Yeah, and this isn't a shortened buggy, so we know they did not cut the shift tube and alter that. Only thing I could think of is maybe Carnegie is different, and they took one out of a Carnegie or Squareback or something.
Or just had some shafts sitting somewhere and grabbed the wrong one. Can't tell really a 1/2 inch difference without measuring it.
Or whatever it was 1/2 inch too short. Let's see what we get.
Now the clutch might still need adjusting. We got 2nd.
I wanted to get reversed.
Does it have 4th? Yeah. So it's the reverse lock right now we're dealing with. All right, well, getting somewhere. At least now we have 1st and everything. So this is just the lock.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, hey, it looks like we kind of figured that. So, all right, looks like you got it in reverse now.
Yeah, I think so.
Go give it a little drive. That is a sharp buggy. I like the checkerboard design on the back. Look at my yard. Sweet. Now there might be some tuning on that motor. Anything wrong?
There's the volt gauge. Now when I hit the brake pedal.
Yeah, something's wired wrong in here. That's
And
a short.
Don't quite go in the first and second right.
All right. Well, got to figure out what that is. That's nothing we mess with. We didn't wire this up, so a few adjustments to make. All right, he's gonna try again. But there's something electrical going wrong with this. Hey, you had park lights, and see, look, when you step on the brakes, these lights are coming on. Step on it again. Oh, yeah, they're on back here. Now let go. Yeah, and it was going down on the amp meter?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got some sort of short in here. That's crazy. It's back feeding. Well, we're trying to get the shifter freaking adjusted right. Like I said, the rod appeared to be too short. Something's wrong, or either too short or bent. So we had to make a few little adjustments with it, and looks like he's about got that. We gotta get with the owner and discuss what to do about the electrical, if it wants to go on with that, and let's figure it out. We had nothing to do with that, so we don't know who wired it and what's going on under that hood. All right, so you think you got the shifting right now?
Yeah, I had to get a little creative, work a little magic on it.
Yeah, a couple adjustments here and there, but
Use the proper colorful words.
hey, that fixes it. But there's definitely something electrical going on with this.
Yeah, it definitely is. We'll have to get with Sandy on that, but other than that, she's ready to rock. You gonna take it for a ride?
I'll wait and wait.
I understand. I used to be scared too.
I'm gonna get a hold of him and see about this electricals, and we'll get on with this other Dune Buggy, and we'll get back to that. And I'll wait till Dalton's up and we'll cruise around the block. All right. Well, take the Dune Buggy for a ride. Wow, runs great. Well, she's shifting better now. The electrical problem's all gone, so Dalton's gonna come here and take some pictures of it. It's about to go home. got no horn. Just Buggin rocks.
It's sweet.
Now you see where the hole is in here. We notched it a little bit here so the ball on the end of the rod, it was hitting the tunnel. And then as you can see right here, you can see a little bit of the hole right there because I used a center punch and drilled another hole in front of that one, a little divot for the grub screw. And then with the grinding here to make the hole a little bigger where it goes in, your shifter wasn't hitting the tunnel and it allows it to go into first and third better. If there's any more problems with it, I mean, it can still go back the same way. All we'd have to do is put the grub screw back in there. But the only thing is either that rod's bent or it's the wrong one. Well, we made it work where it is now. But if there was ever any other problems with it, then we would have to pull it.
Kind of looked at that rod and it almost looked like it had a little curve.
They do have a natural bend.
Oh, they do? Okay.
Yeah,
But it may be bent too far.
Yeah, if you read the bottom of that,
That's the instructions that came with your new shifter.
yeah, and it says if your rod is bent or something, then you'll have a problem getting into all four gears.
Okay.
So I guess that was to avoid people from calling all the time and saying their shifter don't work.
So, short of the story is, if you have any more problems out of the shifting, we're probably going to have to pull that rod clear out.
They have an access door in the front.
Yeah, I seen that.
Get another rod, measure it up, the right damn length, got all the right bends and shit. We got some of that shit laying around.
If it shifts, I'm good with it.
It's shifting
Which it
good.
does.
Yeah, so, yeah, that's good there. And
Yep.
electrical's fine. Cool.
It's fun.
Yes, it is. And it goes fast.
I just wish it had two
You
seats.
know, I drove it a few times when it popping out of gear.
And here's your other starters and your
Yeah,
and the shifter.
that goes to the sand rail.
Yeah. Alrighty, well,
Better get
enjoy
on the
it.
road.
You gonna
Thanks,
go?
sir.
You're not gonna get out this weekend, huh?
Well, my plan is yes.
Yeah.
Thanks, sir. Appreciate
Yeah.
your help.
Well, we'll be there at Charlie's.
That's the first place I went to when I got my sand rail. All right.
All right,
Take
man.
care.
Sir,
You have a safe ride. We hope you enjoy it.
Four to 6 weeks later.
Well, hey man, Sandy's Dune Buggy's back in here. This is the one that we put 3 different motors together and created one
We had
nice
3
running
motors,
motor.
and some of them were bad, some of them were good, and we ended up finding one with a decent case and put all those pieces together and got him a running motor here. And we just took the body off. He didn't want to bring it back in to get the floors replaced, fuel tank that was on the back, and get back to the way it's supposed to be with the fuel tank in the front. So we're putting a brand new fuel tank in, running a fuel line, and Chad's about to kick out the plasma cutter and cut the floors off, and then we'll get back to replacing it with brand new floors.
Yeah, it'll look sweet. Yeah, so nice motor, nice transmission, about to be nice floors with a nice gas tank. Hey man, so what are you doing right here with Sandy's Dune Buggy?
Yeah, I got one of the floors cut out, and I just finished the passenger side floor. You can see that's the residue of OSFO on it. They had some surface rust on them. They were ones that somebody never got around to using, I guess, and Sandy purchased off the marketplace. So after I'm done, it's gonna get cleaned up and sealed around the welds, you know, grind it down a little bit, clean them up, and then POR 15 will go down on it, and eventually we'll, like the other chassis that's done over there, gonna get POR on this side, and then we're gonna flip the whole chassis over and seal the seams from the other side and then undercoat the bottom. So that's how we do it here, Just Buggin.
It's gonna look sweet.
Oh yeah, solid new floors and chassis, and we got it down pat here.
Hell yeah. Stay tuned, guys. Man, so here's
Sandy's Dune Buggy.
the progress on Sandy's Dune Buggy. It's looking sweet. I see you guys put in 2 new floors.
Yep, and they're nicely welded in, sealed, and POR 15 on them with new pan seals. All set up and ready to lay it back down. Looks great. Chad did a great job. I did the welding for the pans. He cut them out with the plasma cutter. And they did this one too. And look how well the POR works. We just poured down cats and dogs, you know, and look, there's no rust inside there. POR just does a great job, man. There's no other way to go.
Yeah, looks
So we're
sweet.
going to be putting this back on, a new fuel tank in it, and relocating the brake fluid reservoir to the inside of the car so you can, you know, top it off. You can see the level is so much of a pain in the butt where they located on this side. And doing some work to his pedal assembly, and I think that's about it. Run the fuel line.
Looks sweet.
Yep.
Can't wait to see the body go on it.
Yep. Hey guys, so you've seen us working on this Dune Buggy, replaced all the floors, improved some of the wiring, got some extra wiring out of here, installed a new stereo, hooked it up, installed a new switch for the blinkers, we installed a horn button, a new fuel gauge, the old style that the float just moves a cable, and put a brand new fuel tank in the front. We put a master cylinder on it, some wheel cylinders, adjusted all the brakes, got the brakes working good. It was pulling to one side. It kept bogging down. It'd run fine and you'd idle and it would just overload. Well, went ahead and pulled the carburetors off, rebuild kits, needed it. Looks like it wasn't going to be long before one of the diaphragms failed an accelerator pump. There was some dirt and trash in it, and you know, he had another tank on here before, and it did have a fuel filter in it. But anyways, we did that. It was a good thing we did it. The gaskets were deteriorated, real moist, so put it all back together, new plug, check points and everything's fine. Well, it'd drive great and it would come back and load up when I backed up in here. So I said the only thing left is maybe too much fuel pressure. Well, so I came over here and I put a regulator and a fuel pressure gauge on it, and sure enough, it was 6.5 psi out of a stock pump. Yep, 6.5. That'll do it. That'll override the needle valves, push the float into the full bowl, and then you're gonna have some problems, and that's what it was. So put that regulator on, backed it down to about 2 to 3 psi. So all my problems went away. I got all the linkage adjusted up properly, carburetors adjusted up properly. So it's ready, and Sandy can come back and get it and meet us all at VDUB 10th anniversary celebration on September 18th in Ocala at the VDUB Factory of Ocala. So be there.
What's up, man?
Hey,
how you been?
Easier now. I just now cranked it up and drove it around the block.
Yeah.
And it runs great. I figured out what was bogging and why it was loading up. The carburetors were dirty, and the top gasket was all kind of saturated and real soft and pulled off in pieces. So it needed to be done. I set your points and made sure your timer was right, got all the linkages right, and it still wanted to do that. So the only thing left was how much fuel pressure was coming from that pump. And it turned out to be 6.5. I put you a regulator, a Holly regulator on it, and it was all the way at 6.5 is how much that's putting out, which is way too much. It only takes like 1.5 to 3.
So it was getting
You know,
too much.
it'll really run on like 2 psi, like the 2054. 2 psi at an idle, maybe 3 psi when we're out hauling out. But yeah, you can see it now. You're always putting it. Your whole new fuse box is on it.
Oh, cool.
The light just kept going out. If it goes out again, then it's in that switch. That's the only thing. So now you have new fuses. You don't have to buy these glass ones. They're just little push square ones in it. Yeah, so then you still have one more circuit left. You're only using 5 out of 6. Cool. So, and your blinker switch here. And your fuel gauge works. It's got fuel in it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go over that Wawa and put just regular in it.
Right, the 89. Yeah. I think it's 89 highest octane with the no ethanol. Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot my wife had a doctor's appointment today. I was gonna let her drive me up, and I was gonna drive it home just to get it on the road.
Well, if you want to, go ahead and take it for a spin. And I put a rubber seal around it.
All right.
had the opportunity in Camp Casey, Korea to see that band, Air Supply, and it was a free concert. I went over there to the gym, and I was like, there was a huge line. I said, guys, it's cold outside, and there's no way I'm standing in line. I don't care if it's free to see Air Supply. It's just not my thing.
Yeah,
A bunch of love songs with a bunch of guys.
I want you to come back and carry me home.
There you go. That looks sweet.
Sweet.
Just bugging.
Yeah.
Another one to show up.
Yeah, I'll be there. Oh, it's at VDUB's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it'll be there. 10th anniversary of 10 years.
September 18th.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll remember to write that down.
That's a must.
That's a nice ride too, so.
Yeah.
Every time I was going through the mountains and shit, I'm like, man, my buggy be cool up here.
Yeah, it would.
All right, guys.
See you, man. You have a good day.
Thank you very much.
No problem. Looks sweet. Looks good. We're all behind a black SUV, don't it?
Yeah, it does. Hey, man. So, where we at?
We are at the Lazy Max Taco Shack and Bar. Yeah, I'm enjoying a funky Buddha Floridian Hefty Bison, kind of like Kevin's, where he was born in Airding, West Germany, a suburb of Munich. Their famous beer was a Hefty Bison, so it tastes great.
What you got right here?
I'm trying out the Bushwhacker.
Nice. Yeah. You got some tacos waiting on them to come?
Yeah,
Gonna be pretty good.
I'm hungry.
I'm hungry too.
Just what the doctor ordered. Dr. G, that is.
Yum yum. Rice is great. Now time to try the tacos. Chips and sauce is great. He's over here munching out.
Just bugging rice, buddy.
And now we're just waiting on her food. Looks
Yummy.
good.
Yummy, yummy.
So, how would you rate Lazy Max Taco Shack out of a 10?
Well, in 1 to 10, I think I give it 8.5 to a 9.
Pretty good.
Really,
You liked it, Mom, right?
it's great.
Came up.
And
She's,
of course,
she's off of Mom.
a great Hefty Bison beer. I'm gonna bring Kevin here because he might like that.
Yeah. Hello. Did you like it?
Oh, it was awesome.
Nice.
Sorry.
Yeah.
All
Off.
people watching.
Yeah, she's a little slow. She had one of them bushwhackers, and I think it whacked her bush.
Alright. Hey guys, it's Dom.
And G, man.
Yeah, man. So, as you guys saw, Sandy brought in 3 motors, and my father and Rick determined that one of the motors was usable out of the 3 and made a pretty good running motor, I gotta say.
Yeah, and then we refreshed his transmission. He had a lot of various parts and saying, gotta be something usable in this.
Yeah.
The first one had a hole in the case, and then another one just ate itself up, and then we found another one that looked like it had been rebuilt and put on a shelf. So winner chicken dinner on that one, like
Yeah.
I always say.
Yeah.
But we never even saw the Dune Buggy. He
No.
was actually doing this himself.
He's more of like a VW DIY kind of owner, so he owns his VW and he wants to work on his VW.
Right, which is nice, you
Yes.
know. So, but when he got it back, then he realized this or that, and we didn't know anything about where these motors came.
I didn't know that the tranny needed to be clearance.
Yeah, it needed to be clearance for the flywheel. Apparently, it was 6 volts. So he brought it back and then decided, hey, why don't you all just go ahead and put it in the Dune Buggy? And then we did all that, and he took it back.
And then
he said,
enjoyed it a little bit.
He goes, I've got some wiring issues, and there's an extra harness underneath the car.
Yeah.
And then he noticed all these holes, various holes in the floor.
Which you guys saw, there was Swiss cheese in one of those scenes. You could see sunlight going right through the floor.
And there was some rust and some thin areas, and they'd been bashed and pushed back down. And
Yeah.
he just wanted new floors, start from scratch.
It's had tons of different seats in that vehicle.
Yeah, they had holes here, and then they put
Yeah.
a different set of seats in it, drilled another set of holes over here. And that buggy was really nice. Had a
Oh,
great paint job on
sweet.
it.
I love the checkerboard.
Yeah, it had a lot of potential, and as
Yeah.
you can see, when we got done with it,
It's a sweet
It's
dune
a
buggy.
sweet-
Yeah, and I think that's a great dune buggy to bring to Buggies on the Beach, which I'm not sure if he's bringing it to that, but you guys can see this dune buggy at the VDUB Factory on September 18th at 8 a.m.
Right.
Yeah.
along with our new merch and our
Yeah,
new stickers.
we did just get new stickers. We will be selling the stickers for $3, the t-shirts for $25, and the stickers are 4 inches, so they're a little bit bigger than our 3-inch stickers that normally have our QR codes on them, but they're great design, and they're matte, they're sweet.
They're the same size as the other ones, like J-Bugs. And
Oh, yeah,
you order
yeah.
something from J-Bugs.
Yeah,
But
so-
we always get a beat up.
Yeah. Links in the description, yeah.
But right now, everything's, get bought out and everything, it's hard to get some things, and you got to go to various places, you know. So.
Yeah. As you guys see, I mean, you got a bunch of motors right here, you know, so
we got the
just bugging along.
thing that used to be
Which
Fred.
You'll see in a future video.
We've gone through a full paint job. We're finishing up on some body parts for it and painting the engine compartment area. So we pulled out the motor, and Mark, the new owner, decided, hey, let's refresh it. So
it looks great.
It's a textured matte finish. We wanted it to contrast with the, you know, the semi-gloss. It's not a high gloss on a thing. It's not supposed to be. And then you got the 1961 rag top. Pee-wee. It's getting converted to 12 volts. And it was a bright white when we rebuilt our motor over a year ago. And now that she decided to
with the matching
car, we wanted to pull it back out and paint it the white of the car. And then that one back there is for sale. It's already
my old motor.
Yeah, and it's a rebuilt motor. It was your motor originally in your 72 Beetle, and it had some additional end play in it, and we wanted a dual port back then. So we rebuilt that one and converted it to a dual port, and we're gonna
temporarily be using that in our 66 Wannabe, which you guys will see that in a future video too.
Until this 1776 is built up. We have a customer that wants to purchase that motor, and so we'll do the break-in and everything. We're just going to trailer it up to buggies on the beach.
Yeah, we're going to make the 66 Wannabe a trailer queen or whatever.
And while we're gone, the 17.6 will get built. If it doesn't get built before, it's just not going to make it before October 1st. All our builders
we're so busy. Builders are busy. So, I mean, at some point, we'll have the 1776 with the 110 cam in the 66 Wannabe.
Yeah, we already got the 69 convertible Beetle that's in for full restoration. The body's off the chassis for a package tray, and that motor is getting taken care of at Gary Johnson.
Yeah, but and I mean, we got a bunch of other vehicles here that are being restored right now. We're just bugging on a daily around here. I mean,
24/7.
It's just busy. You know, Chad and G-Man just constantly at it working. So, yeah, guys, stay tuned and, you know, come visit us at the VDUB Factory on September 18th. We'll be there. We'll be walking around. We'll be selling some merch. We'll be selling some stickers. You know, there'll be live music. There'll be a little bit of a swap meet in front of your car. If you put down like a little cloth.
Chad will be there.
Yeah,
he should have been in this outro because he did a lot of work.
Yes, he would have been. Yeah, so but timing.
Amazing job on those floors.
Yeah,
he did. We did a tag team on it. You know, he plasma cut them out, prepped it for me, went in there, did the welding, and came back, POR'd it.
So thanks, Chad. But we hope you enjoyed this Dune Buggy you got, Sandy. I mean, you got a sweet ride, man.
Look forward to seeing it at
VDUB Factory
10th anniversary celebration.
Yeah, guys, thanks for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If so, drop a like, comment, subscribe, and have a Just Buggin over there.
Keep on bugging.
See you guys.
Hey guys, we've got some sad news. The Just Buggin family would like to send out their condolences and prayers for Scott, the owner of the VDUB Factory. Recently, his mother and father had passed away abruptly.
Due to everything going on right now.
Yes, due to what's going on in the world right now. So we would like to send our prayers to him and wish the best for him and his family, and hope he can get back to a normal life. I'm sure this is very difficult to deal with, you know. So.
I couldn't imagine.
No.
But we hope that he keeps on bugging and stays strong.
Yeah, we're there for you, man.
Yeah.